Good morning, students. Today we'll start with our next chapter in English grammar, that is chapter number 3, determiners. Now, what are determiners? Determiners are articles like a and the, possessive pronouns like my, your, his, her, their, demonstratives like this, that, these, those, and quantifiers like some, any, no, every, few, little, several, etc. All these are called determiners. And when we use determiners, determiners are usually used to modify a noun or a noun phrase, and they are put before a noun or a noun phrase. Like, for example, we take a black cat, an ink pot. Fine. So these are determiners. And remember, singular countable nouns will always take a determiner. Like, for example, a man, someday. Fine. Another thing is plural nouns and uncountable nouns can be used with or without determiners. Means in such cases, in case of plural nouns and uncountable nouns, the use of determiners is optional. Means determiner can be used or it cannot be used. Like, for example, do you sell milk here? Please give me some milk. Fine. Now we'll study the determiners one by one. Like, starting with we'll study the first determiner, like articles. First we will study about articles. A, and the are articles. Now there are indefinite articles and there is a definite article. A and an both are indefinite articles, but the is a definite articles. Now we'll study the position of articles. Articles are put at the beginning of a noun or a noun phrase. For example, he is a handsome boy. Also, we can say the dog is a useful animal. So we put a before a handsome boy and we put the before the dog. The dog is a useful animal. Now, by studying the use of articles a and an, we can make out when to use a and when we have to use an. Actually, both a and an means one. So, we use a or an only with singular countable nouns. Singular countable nouns are those nouns which are countable and which are only one. Like, for example, I saw a dog in the street. Now, one thing you have to remember, that a and an, these are not used with plural nouns or proper nouns or with uncountable nouns. Like, we cannot say a milk, a water, a tea, a sugar, like this. Clear? Now, one more thing is that a is used before singular nouns beginning with consonant sounds. And I hope you know what are consonant sounds. Actually, there are vowel sounds, like 5 vowels are there, A, E, I, O, U, and the rest of the alphabet are consonants. So we use a before the consonant sounds and we put an before the vowel sounds. Clear? Like, for example, an engine, an umbrella, and with consonant sounds we use a pen, a book, like this. And one more thing, we use a or an to mean one with some numbers, fractions, money, weights. Fine. Like for 100, a rupee, a liter, etc. Now come to exercise A, and I hope it is clear to you when to use a and when we can use an. This exercise regarding that only. If there is no need of an article, then we will put a cross. Clear? Like, take this, why do you waste dash petrol? It is a question and there is no need of article before petrol. So we'll just put a cross in this blank. And wherever we need a, we put a, and wherever an is required, we'll write down an. Now, next is use of article the. When we use the article the, now the thing is, the can be used with all kind of nouns. Fine. Take these examples. We use the at the beginning of a noun phrase which refers to persons, events, or things which are already mentioned. Clear? Means the things which we have already mentioned in the previous part, then for those things we can use the. Like, take this example. There was once a rich merchant. Now we are talking about the rich merchant for the first time. So we'll use a here. He lived in a large house. Here also we use a because we are talking about the large house for the first time. There was a big garden. Here also we use a because about garden also we are using the first time. In front of the house. Now before the house we put the, because now we are talking about the house second time. We use the. Then again, the merchant used to entertain his friends in the garden. Here for merchant also we use the because we are talking second time. And for garden also we use the because about garden also we have read earlier. Clear? Now, here are some more examples. We can take another example. I saw a boy and a girl yesterday. Now we are talking about a boy and a girl for the first time. So we put a before them. But in the next sentence, the boy was tall. Here we are talking about the same boy which we have referred to earlier. So we'll put the before it. The boy was tall and the girl was short. See the difference? Here we have used a and now we have used the because we are talking about the same boy and the same girl in the second sentence. Like this we can use. Now, one more thing. We use the when the person or thing referred to is quite obvious. Means the person with whom we are talking knows the thing. So we use the with them. Like open the door. We know which door we have to open. We lost the match. Here also we use the because it is quite obvious. Clear? Now come to exercise B. In exercise B, we have to fill in the blanks with a, an or the. In the previous exercise, we have to fill in the blanks with a or an only. But now we have to fill with a, an or the, means all the three articles we can use. In this exercise also, if there is no need of any article, then we just put a cross. Clear? And I hope you can do this exercise. Now come to the next part. Next part is we use the with a noun which is unique. What is unique? Unique is something one of its own kind. Fine. Something special or it is only one of its kind. Like the moon, the earth, the sky, the prime minister. With such words we use the. Some other examples are there. Delhi is the capital of India. Clear? The sun is a hot ball of fire. Like this we use the word the with a unique word. Now the next is we also use the with the superlative degrees of adjectives. I hope you all know what is the superlative degree. Superlative degree is the third degree of any adjective. Like Anil is the tallest boy in the class. Now what are the three degrees of adjectives? Tall, taller and tallest. So with tallest we use the because it is the superlative degree of the adjective tall. Clear? Now again there is one more use of the. We use the before the names of rivers, seas, oceans. Clear? Like the Indian Ocean, the Kashmir Valley, the Nilgiri Hills, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, etc. Now another use of the is we use the before singular common nouns and some adjectives like rich, poor, blind, deaf, dumb, injured in order to denote a class or a group. Like the lion is a fierce animal. The owl cannot see well in a daylight. Like this we can use the before the singular common nouns. Also, we use the before the names of directions when there is a preposition before them. What are directions? North, south, east, west. So we put the when there is a preposition before them. Like Kanyakumari is to the south of India. Clear? So we use the here. Another use of the is we use the before the names of great books of religion like the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, the Bible, etc. And we use the before the names of hotels, cinemas, theaters, shops, museums, etc. like the Taj Palace, the Plaza, the National Museum, etc. And remember one thing in this case, we do not use the before the following like Nehru Stadium, Ashoka Hotel, Indira Gandhi International Airport, Vijaya Bank. These you have to remember. Now, we use the before the names of certain countries also, like and of states, which includes words like republic, union, kingdom, states, etc. Means the countries or the states which include such words like republic, union, kingdom. For such states and countries, we use the before them. Like, for example, the United Kingdom, the United States of America. Also, we do not normally use the with proper nouns. Means usually we don't use the with proper nouns that are people's names. However, if we are talking about a family, like if we say the Mukherjees or we say the Kapoors or we say the Mishras, then in such cases we use the before the surnames of such families. Clear? Now, we use the with some nationality adjectives also to talk about the people who live in a country. Like the English ruled over the India for more than 100 years. In such cases also we use the. Now come to the next thing, omission of articles. This is also very important. It is what? We do not use any article before the names of these things. Means before the names of continents and countries, before the names of mountains, before the names of lakes, before the names of diseases and illnesses, subjects of study and interest, languages, games, days of the week, months and festivals. Before all these things, we will not use any article, either a, an or the. Any article is not used before them. Clear? Take these examples like Asia. We don't use the Asia or an Asia or a Asia. Same case with all these. Now come to exercise C. Exercise C is fill in the blanks with a, an or the where necessary. Here also we have to fill in the blanks with suitable articles if required, and if it is not required then we just put a cross. And I hope you can try out this exercise also on your own if your concept is clear to you. Now come to the next topic of this chapter is the use of quantifiers. Now what are quantifiers? Quantifiers are like some, any, few, little, much. Now we'll study about the use of such quantifiers. Like first of all we take some and any. When we use some and when we use any. Some is used to express an indefinite but not a very large amount. Means the amount is indefinite but still it is not a very large amount. And we say how much of it or how many. Like some is mostly used in affirmative sentences. And I hope you know what are affirmative sentences. Affirmative sentences are simple or declarative sentences, or we can say assertive sentences in positive sense. Take an example of some. There was some water in the jug. Clear? So, it is not definite and it is not a very large amount. So, we use some before water. Take another example. I saw some children playing in the school. So, here also it is not definite and not a large amount. Now, when to use any? Any is also used to express an indefinite but not a very large quantity or number. Clear? So, this is almost similar to some. Like in case of some also, we use to express an indefinite but not a very large quantity or number. But the thing is, mostly we use any in case of interrogative and negative sentences. This is the difference. We use some in case of affirmative sentences, but we use any in case of interrogative and negative sentences. And I hope that you know what are interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are question sentences, and negative sentences are opposite of affirmative sentences, means the sentences which we use no, never or not. Clear? Now take the example of any. We did the work without any difficulty. Clear? I haven't any leisure these days. So this is the use of any. Now come to the next quantifier, few and a few. There is also a difference between the use of few and a few. Few means hardly any and it denotes a number. Like take an example, there are few students in the library. Or the word few tells us that there were hardly any students in the library. Clear? Next is a few. A few means some. There were a few students in the library. And here a few tells that there were some students in the library. In case of few, there is hardly any student in the library. But in case of a few, there are some students in the library. So this is the only difference, and this is very minute difference, but you have to take it seriously. Now the next quantifier is little and a little. Here also the same thing like few and a few. Little means hardly any, but it denotes amount. See, few denotes number, but little denotes amount. Now there is little sugar in the milk. Now sugar is uncountable noun, so we use little before it because we are denoting the amount. Here is the same thing like in case of few. There is the word little tells that there is hardly any sugar in the milk. But if we take a little means some. Like in case of a few also means some and a little also means some. But the difference is in case of few it denotes number, but in case of little it denotes the amount. So we use few with countable nouns and we use little or a little with uncountable nouns. Like for example, there is a little money in the box. So with money we use a little because a little denotes that there is some money in the box. Clear? Now come to the next quantifier, many and much. Many is used to indicate a large number, means a big sum, and it is used before plural nouns. But much is used with uncountable nouns and in order to denote amount. Clear? Now what is the difference? Many is used to denote a large number and it is used before plural nouns. But much is used with uncountable nouns and it denotes amount. Now one more thing you have to keep in mind is that it is normally used in case of interrogative and negative sentences. Clear? Like take example, how much progress have you made? Here we use much. Fine. There wasn't much water in the river. See, water is uncountable now. So we use much before it. Has he got many friends? Now friends are countable. So we use many here. Because many we use with number and much we use for amount and for uncountable nouns. And I hope these quantifiers are also clear to you. Now here are some exercises for quantifiers also. Exercise D. What is exercise D? Exercise D is fill in the blanks in the following sentences using some or any. In this exercise, you have to make use of only some or any. So be very particular and be very careful while using some or any. And if you find any difficulty in doing this exercise, you can check your answers after doing with the examples given or with the explanation given on the previous page. Now come to exercise E. In exercise E, you have to fill in the blanks with few, a few, little or a little. In this case also, you have to be very particular because there are very minor differences between these. And you have to be very careful while filling the blanks because it seems like you have filled the blank correctly. But with the rules, you have to go. So be very careful while filling the exercise. Now come to exercise F. Exercise F is fill in the blanks with much or many. In this exercise, we have to fill the blanks either with much or with many. Same case here also. You have to remember the uncountable nouns and the countable nouns, and for which nouns you have to use much and for which you have to use many. Now come to the G exercise of this chapter. It is the exercise in which we have to complete the sentences by putting determiners given in right column at the right places. Means some determiners are given to us in the right column and some sentences are given to us in the left column, and we have to put those determiners at the right place in the given sentences. Like take this example. Children have left school now, and the determiner is both. So where we put both? We put both in the starting, so that it will become both children have left school now. Clear? Like this you have to do this exercise. Take another one, like people enjoy going to theatre, and the determiner is the. So where will we place this determiner? We put here, so that it will become people enjoy going to the theatre. Clear? Like this you have to complete this exercise. Now come to exercise H. Exercise H is use determiners from the box given. Here one help box is given and some determiners are given to us, and we have to fill these determiners in the space provided in the following passage. And remember one thing, we can use each word more than once. Means these determiners we can use twice or thrice also if needed. Clear? So this exercise also you have to do. Take the starting sentence. A number of people come to Amritsar in Punjab every year. Now next sentence is dash visitors come as tourists and dash people come to work here. So we can write down some here. Like some visitors come as tourists and other people come to work here. Like this you have to complete this exercise, and I hope this chapter is clear to you. So read the chapter thoroughly and try to understand it with the help of the video and with the help of the exercises. Thank you so much all.